How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and you know what time it is. It is time for the joke of the day. I do these 5 days out the week. You may have had a long day, it may have been stressful, and here's a portion where you get to hear one of my corny jokes that'll help cheer you up. So here it comes. I have a fear of speed bumps. I'm slowly getting over it. Come on. That was classic. But anyway, so what we're going to be talking about is AMC, and they absolutely crushed it today, being almost up 15% on the day and getting into the $7 and I think about 25 cents area in after hours. I'm super excited. As many of you know, I am also a shareholder, and many of you have found my channel of also being shareholders as well. So in this video, we're going to be going through the technical analysis, and we're also going to be talking about some news and some updates that you need to know going forward in regards to AMC. So let's get into it. All right, so let's get into the technical analysis for AMC. We ended up having a big day today, especially even though the market was red. AMC absolutely killed it. So we're going to go into the analysis and so forth overall, and it ended up being almost up 15% on the day, and it's killing it right now in after hours, going up another 5%. And it definitely looks like I said, that it's going to be getting to $7. You can see it right here because I'm doing it live. As you can see, after hours is going. But let's take a look at what was happening in the morning, all right? So if we go over today to where we were, you can see the price here. We're sitting around the 570 area, all right? So this shows you right here. This is around 415. Of course, we have market open. This is also the 5-minute chart as well. So just to kind of show you guys, right here, we had $5.70. That was the price near opening in the pre. We ended up hitting a high up to here, $5.97. And one of the things that I've noticed and tends to be a really big tendency with AMC, it seems to have really good movement in the pre-market, especially early, and then afterwards, it tends to die down a bit. And that's exactly what we saw today. But what we can see here is a solid consolidation and support area. And that price is literally around the 570, right? The mid 570s to 580. So it stayed trading in this area. And now let's get closer. We're going to move in the chart. As you can see, it went right into the open here, right? This is around 940, got to a high of around 625, right? We had some sell-offs here, came down to $5.86. And then after, one of the things that really caught my attention is that we had a move up, right? Because as we could see previously, there's some support in this particular area, right? When we had the chart stretched out, look, right? So it showed that, hey, you know what? This was this was pretty much an area that need to be tested. And when it got tested, we can even look over here at the RSI. We know 50 is right in the dead middle. So what was happening from 10 o'clock all the way over here to 10:30, it stayed within this range that we're familiar with. But also when it did have that run, it did a great job actually maintaining those gains. That's why we see here 597. And then after, you know what, we have some more selling off going on. Like I said, today was a red day, right? And it ended up getting down to here. But this area is quite familiar because this is a support area which we've seen in the pre-market. So as we see this area gets tested, look from where it starts, from 1055 all the way over to 1105. So it's about 10 minutes. So then we have a move because you're seeing here a lot of traders psychologically start thinking, oh, AMC had a big move here at the top. Oh, now we have a support area and it's staying there. So there was more buying. So once we see this move, it moves all the way up to here around $6.07. Right? So what this becomes, what we see was the resistance area, right? Because we see that green candle and we have a sell-off going here. So now, it gets very interesting because we know when we pass levels of resistance, magic happens, right? We knew we had an area of resistance over here. Let's call it at $6.15, right? Because this is a very fast, like at 624, not many orders are being filled, right? So now, if we look over here now at 1140, we have some consolidation in this area of 596, right? And we're also staying above VWAP as well, as you can see. So this gets very, very interesting, especially when you get more volume coming in because the stock is already up on the day. So people are excited. Like today, so far from what I've seen, AMC was able to achieve, and this is just from where I'm recording and so forth, is 147 million in volume, which is really, really good. Because when we have a lot of volume, especially around a stock like AMC, we already know that it's heavily shorted. Again, things happen. Magical things happen. All right. So now we move up. And as you can see, we're going in. We see the upward trend that's going here. Right. So literally we take this move from $5.91, move it all the way up to $6.20. And here we're actually seeing this became a resistance area. Right. We're not going to count these little lines here because not many orders are getting filled there. But here, we know there's a solid resistance area at $6.19. If we look at that previous resistance area that we saw over here at $6.24, remember we also looked here at $6.08. So when we pass this particular area, as you can see, it tested it there and then came right back down. We made that move, and that's why we were able to have a strong move. Look at this, $6.07 to testing over here at $6.20. So now we have a little bit more consolidation going on. The good thing is we notice that we're building support levels as the day goes on. And that's part of the ways that you can see that, you know what, there's going to be some upward momentum. But then lo and behold, we end up getting a catalyst. And I'm going to be going into that after I do this technical analysis video. And that literally got the stock booming. As you notice right here, look at the amount of volume here. Right at this point here, we had 11.75 million in volume from 245, right? All the way going into 3 o'clock, right? So look at this area, $6.62. So this literally became another resistance area. As you can see, it tried to test it multiple times. So what that means here, we see right here at $6.62, we get a sell-off. More momentum comes in. It tested it again, but then it got knocked back down. We have another red candle coming back down here, more sell-offs. We also got to take into consideration, this is after 3 o'clock on a red day, and people are just literally selling. People are like, hey, I've been holding some shares or I bought some shares. I'm going to sell some, right? There's a lot of traders that are in this stock as well, especially when it hits the radar showing that, hey, AMC is up big time, right? Also, a lot of investor confidence is around this area in regards to a lot of buying. We have the sell-off here, but look where we have an area of support right around here at $6.43. So if we bring the chart in now let's take a look at after hours. Like I said, there's still a lot more people who are excited about the news that just came out. We also got to take into consideration that AMC is also one of the most heavily shorted stocks on the market. I think it's number 1. So when it has certain moves where it breaks support and so forth, and it starts gaining momentum and it starts actually doing well and so forth, we have powerful days like this and powerful moves like this. That's what we got to take into consideration. But as we could see here, this level at $6.62 was a resistance level. So going into after hours, you already know if we pass this level right here, we're going to have some strong momentum. And that's exactly what we see. We could see right now at around 425 ended up hitting $7.07. And right now it's literally just going back and forth between 697 and so forth, and then a low over here of around 689 to 690. So definitely I'm looking forward to seeing AMC open up tomorrow above $7. It shows that'll look really, really good. And on top of that, it also restores momentum, and I'm actually happy to see this because, like I said, I love going to the movie theaters. I know many of you like going to the movie theaters, so this is exciting news to hear. But like I said, it's very important for AMC tomorrow to open up above 7. We're going to have a lot of people who are going to be selling off, but we also going to have a lot of people who are excited as well. If we do end up having a gap down, then honestly, I don't see a gap down going no lower than, see where we closed here around 6. Let's call it 650. Yeah, that would probably be the lowest of areas. But again, I'm very, very bullish in the sense that AMC should be opening up tomorrow above $7. So I'm definitely looking forward to this, and I'm actually really, really excited about this. Many of you know I already have shares in AMC, and I'm holding them. Anyone who's been holding and has been around this area of the $5 and so forth, congratulations. Many of you who may have a higher cost average, hey, things are looking really good. So what I wanted to share with you guys really quickly was, and what I was talking about in the technical analysis portion, that AMC is one of the most shorted stocks on the market right now. As you can see, it's at around 66%. Before, it used to be close to 80%. So it has gone down a bit, but again, as you can see, it is still holding down that number one spot. So when it makes serious movements like how it made today, it can literally go parabolic. Whenever we see some significant change in price action, hey, be prepared for fireworks, and is what we are actually seeing today. And it's part of the reasons why, as far as for how it's going to be opening up tomorrow, I'm very bullish on why it's going to be opening up above $7. So now here comes the article that I wanted to go through. So here it is. New York City movie theaters will reopen on March 5th at limited capacity, Cuomo says. All right. So just to kind of go over it very quickly, New York City movie theaters will be able to reopen on March 5th at 25% capacity from Governor Cuomo. Cuomo also said assigned seating, social distancing, and other health precautions would be in place. New York City movie theaters have been closed for nearly a year. We also can see even the company Cinemark ended up being up 8% on the day as well. So one thing that I want to kind of read to you guys is New York City is one of the last major theatrical hubs to reopen in the U.S. Los Angeles, another major market, is still closed, right? So just imagine if Los Angeles ends up opening up movie theaters, I could definitely see some more upside in AMC. Let's continue. The city's theaters have been closed since mid-March last year due to the coronavirus pandemic. But movie theaters throughout the rest of the New York state have already opened and been open at limited capacity. The National Association of Theater Owners, NATO, the largest movie theater trade group, released a statement on Monday saying New York City is a major market for moviegoing in the U.S. Reopening there gives confidence to film distributors in setting and holding their theatrical release dates, and is an important step in the recovery of the entire industry. It added, "We look forward to expanding the capacity from 25% to 50% in the very near future so that theaters can operate profitably." So now, here's what we need to take a look at as well. The 2020 North American box office declined 80.3% from 2019, and the global box office fell 71.3% according to ComScore. Let's continue to this paragraph here. Universal, on the other hand, has struck deals with major theater chains like AMC Theaters, the world's largest, to shorten the theatrical window from the typical 75 days to, in most cases, just 17, at which point the studio can debut movies on digital rental platforms. Experts say Universal's strategy could be the new normal, even after the pandemic. AMC even touted the plan as a reason to stay open in October as other chains close. Like I said, this is great for investor confidence, all right? As you can see, I am still bullish on AMC. At the end of the day, people love going to the movie theaters and they miss it. And the fact that we're going to be having some openings in key areas, this is great. This gives investors confidence. So in regards to where AMC is going to be going from here on out, like I said, I'm expecting a gap up to $7, or at least holding that $7 area as this week progresses. This is also part of the reasons why when I was looking on Fintel, which many of you may know about, is that I was seeing that there's a lot of big institutions that have been buying into AMC recently. And one of these institutions is JP Morgan. We also had BlackRock. We also had Vanguard. So when we have these big firms who are investing in AMC, especially this was around the time when it was trading in that $5 range, this is something we need to be aware of. They definitely had an idea, knew what was going on behind closed doors. And part of the reasons why for many people who probably got into that area are actually excited and they're happy because they're actually seeing a return. So all of these things that we need to look at, there's still room for more growth and more upside. Also want to throw in a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. So just know when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. I'll be talking to you guys soon. Peace.